Are you running your business on Justworks, but feeling like you're constantly guessing where your labor dollars are actually going every single month? You log into the dashboard, process payroll, handle onboarding, and approve time-off requests, but when the end of the month rolls around, you're left asking yourself a critical question: is your payroll platform actually giving you the financial visibility you need to protect your margins, or are you letting hidden costs slip right through the cracks? The truth is, most business owners and operations managers use Justworks as an execution tool rather than an analytical engine. You use it to make sure your team gets paid on time and that their health benefits stay active. But if you aren't actively tracking the right internal analytics every 30 days, you're missing out on the primary value of running a modern PO platform. You might be overspending on overtime, misinterpreting your true employer liability costs, or leaving your business exposed to compliance risks without even realizing it. The underlying fear for almost every growing company is that unexpected labor liabilities or miscalculated benefit contributions will suddenly wipe out your monthly profits, or worse, trigger an audit or accounting nightmare during reconciliation. You might wonder which specific reports actually matter out of all the built-in reporting options in Justworks, and which ones you can safely ignore so you don't waste hours staring at raw data. The absolute first report you must run at the end of every month is the Custom Payroll Report. If you're only looking at the basic payroll summary or cash debit confirmation email that Justworks sends after a pay run, you are operating with blinders on. The Custom Payroll Report is where you get granular transparency into your true total cost of labor. In Justworks, this report allows you to break down gross earnings, employer-paid taxes, company benefit contributions, and specific adjustments across individual departments, offices, or employee types. Why is this critical every single month? Because your base payroll numbers don't tell the full story. The second essential report to review monthly is the time-off balance and requests report. Managing paid time off is one of those administrative tasks that seems simple until it suddenly turns into a massive financial liability. In Justworks, the time off balance report gives you a real-time audit of every employee's accrued PTO, used PTO, and remaining in used hours, translated into both total time and total dollar value. Why does this matter for your monthly routine? Unmanaged PTO accruals represent a growing, unpaid liability sitting directly on your company's balance sheet. If you operate in a state that requires accrued PTO to be paid out upon employee termination, an unexpected resignation from a long-tenured employee with weeks of accrued time off can cause a sudden, unbudgeted cash crunch. Furthermore, if you notice an entire department accumulating massive PTO balances without taking time off, it's a huge warning sign that your team is heading straight for burnout, which leads to costly turnover down the road. Conversely, if employees are dipping into negative balances due to improper tracking, you're essentially handing out unapproved cash advances. The actionable takeaway for this report is to review your company's total dollar liability for accrued PTO at the start of every month. Set up automated reminders for team members who are reaching their maximum accrual caps, and actively encourage them to schedule vacation time. This simple monthly habit keeps your balance sheet clean and protects your company from unexpected payout shocks. The third critical report you must track monthly is the hours worked and overtime report. For companies employing hourly workers, non-exempt staff, or remote team members across multiple jurisdictions, labor hours can easily spiral out of control if you aren't paying attention. Justworks tracks time cards, daily and weekly hours, and overtime calculations across various pay periods. Pulling this report monthly allows you to identify operational inefficiencies before they turn into permanent budget leaks. The fear here is simple: unapproved overtime can destroy your gross profit margins faster than almost any other operational expense. When managers aren't paying attention, an extra 30 minutes of overtime per employee per day rapidly compounds into thousands of dollars in unnecessary premiums every month. The fourth report that deserves a permanent spot on your monthly checklist is the company census and headcount report. As your company scales, keeping track of who is working where, under what classification, and at what pay rate becomes surprisingly complex. The Justworks company census provides a comprehensive, real-time snapshot of your entire workforce, including full-time employees, part-time staff, direct contractors, and even international workers. It details job titles, work states, managers, pay rates, and exemption statuses. Running this report monthly is vital for maintaining organizational clarity and regulatory compliance. The risk of neglecting this data is high. Misclassifying employees, failing to update work locations for remote staff, or losing track of state-specific tax obligations can lead to severe penalties from state labor boards. The fifth and final report you should pull every single month is the 1099 and vendor payment report. Modern businesses rely heavily on independent contractors, agencies, and specialized freelancers to stay agile. However, managing contractor payments across an entire year without monthly tracking is a recipe for chaos when tax season arrives. The 1099 report in Justworks previews all non-employee compensation paid out to vendors and contractors over any selected timeframe. By making these 5 Justworks reports, the Custom Payroll Report, Time Off Balance Report, Hours Worked Report, Company Census, and 1099 Report, a mandatory part of your monthly financial close, you transform your HR platform from a passive administrative tool into a proactive engine for business growth. You eliminate the fear of unexpected cash leaks, protect your company from compliance landmines, and gain the exact data you need to make confident, strategic decisions about your workforce every single month. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.